Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So check this out. If you hadn't noticed my short that I'd made about it, I purchased a 1994 Honda XR250L. Now back in 1994, I actually purchased a brand new XR250R, which was the same bike essentially. It didn't have turn signals, it was just a dirt bike. Uh, the motor was a little bit changed as far as power, but pretty much the same bike. Well, this bike, I got a super deal on this. I mean, I got it for a bargain. And it only has 1,800 miles on it. So this thing is like pretty much pristine. It's a little dirty, needs to be cleaned up. The throttle's stuck, which is the throttle slide, I'm pretty sure, on the carburetor. So that'll be the first video. This is the first video, actually. So that'll be the second video in this series. I'm going to pretty much try to restore this thing pristine as the best I can as time goes on. And I'll do some riding on this thing out in the desert and stuff, in the mountains. Try it out, but pretty cool. I kind of miss my 94 that I used to have when I bought new, and this sure brings back a lot of memories. This thing is 30 years old. Think about it. So in 30 years, technology has changed a lot. You're talking 1994, carbureted, air-cooled, kickstart versus the new Honda CRF 300L or even the Honda CRF 250Ls. There's a lot of difference between that's water-cooled, electric start. So this is fuel injected. This is electronic ignition on both of them, but you have a choke for the carburetor on this one, and everything. It's quite a bit of difference. So we're going to dig in and make a lot of videos of this thing, showing the differences between this and the newer 300L, what they went to now in 30 years. I think it's going to be a pretty neat series. This bike is in really good shape. It actually hasn't even had its first oil change yet. It's only at 1,800 miles. So we're going to take, first thing I want to do is get the carburetor unstuck, which I think would be pretty quick. And then I want to change the oil. I want to change out the brake fluids because 30-year-old brake fluid, it's got to be bad. Change out the brake fluid. This old gas has got to be old. Now, it is 30 years old, but the person that owned it before me, he bought it from the guy that bought it new. And it has set for 5 months and hadn't been started. So that's why the throttle's stuck. But 5 months ago, it did. So hopefully, now maybe I haven't even checked. Maybe the battery's good in it. I don't know if he had put a battery in it 5 months ago when he bought the bike. So hopefully the battery's good. If not, I'll have to put a battery in it. But everything is in good shape. It's not busted up anywhere. A few little scratches and some, needs to be cleaned up. So my first thing, I think I'm going to change this out. One thing I got here, so you see this tank, this looks like, I don't know if it's an IMS or a turbos tank, but I can show you what come with it. So this tank come with it, the original steel tank with the locking gas cap. This is what I'll put back on it, just because I want it to look original. Yeah, this one holds more fuel, but I still want to put it back to original, so I'll put this tank back on, and I'll show you the inside of this thing in a later video, but it's absolutely looks like brand new on the inside. They must not have had this tank on long at all. There's not even no scratches or nothing in the decals. No, nothing. It's just like perfect. So we'll be putting this tank back on, clean the carburetor, get this thing up and running, and make a lot of videos. So I want to pretty much restore everything, lube all the bearings. I'll probably change the fork oil, change the engine oil. The tires on this bike is actually the original tires, and they're still really good. They only got 1,800 miles on them, and they don't even look weather checked. This thing's never sit outside. It's been garage kept its whole life. So that's why it's in such good shape. And to get one at 1,800 miles for the price I got it is a steal. The turn signal's not broke, nothing. Everything looks nice. The gauges look nice. I'll bring you up closer and show you a close-up. Okay, so up close here, you can see it hopefully. Get my shadow out of the way. We got some dirt on these boots. I don't know if these are clean up, or I might just buy new boots to go on the forks. But they're just a little dirty, dingy, but they may clean up. You can see the tires. Look at the wear. Tires are actually still really good, and they're not weather checked. They need to be aired up. They're not totally flat, but they're low. You can see that old IMS tanker. I'm not sure what brand that is. So I'll have to take the petcock off this one, put on the original tank when I put it on. Exhaust headers are all good, not rusted up. This thing has fully adjustable rear suspension. It has compression and rebound adjustment. And they don't do that even on the 300Ls now, so it's probably better suspension than the 300L. But it does have a filter they changed. Looks like it has a uni filter, I believe, inside there. under this cover, which is good. The seat is in perfect condition. There's no tears in the seat. The rear tire is pretty much just as good as the front. Come around here. There's the rear tire. Still a lot of wear left in it. These are original, as I said, Yokohamas. You see there, Yokohama. I believe the chain's actually still in good shape, but I can see these O-ring. That O-ring right there is hanging out, so we'll go put a new chain on this. It's in good shape as far as wear. It's just got some age on it, 30 years old. It probably has never even been adjusted, I'm sure, from the looks of this, the way it's set. It's never even been adjusted, I'm sure. Passenger foot pegs, good shape. Everything looks really, really good. It's not banged up. The frame's not even banged up from rocks or nothing. Tail light, all that stuff's in good shape. There's a tool bag, and this thing actually has a toolkit. Back in the day, they put actual real toolkits in these things. There's a little tool bag on the back. They come with the manual. Manual's in rough shape. Just from being in there so many years, it's old, but it's still legible. I can still read it. Here's the reservoir for the rear brakes. It shows it still has good fluid in it, but I'm going to take and change it out. I'm sure it's 30 years old. It can't be much good. There's the oil filter cover, so we'll change the oil in that new filter. Put it in here. So here's the carburetor. I'll take it off. Maybe I can get it unstuck without taking it off. We're going to see first. That will be the second video that I make. But super good bike. The grips are a little tore up. It don't look like it actually been down. They may have just dropped it or something. So I'm going to buy some new original grips. I want to put everything back factory. I don't want nothing aftermarket. If I can get OEM Honda stuff, that's what I want to put on it. The original grips. Mirrors in good shape. They're not broke. Still look good. You can see the instrument cluster here. How good a shape it's in. 1,888.9 miles. Ignition there. There's a choke right there. It does have the air forks, so you can actually put like 6 pounds, I think, is the max air you put in these. If I remember back on my old one, but you can air them up, stiffen them up a little bit. You can't even do that on these now. On the new ones, there's nothing you can do really. But pretty darn cool, guys. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm actually going to get to work on this and start on my second video, and I'm going to take this seat and tank off, and then I want to take that carburetor, see if I can get it unstuck. So that will be in the next video. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, click that little bell icon on there. You'll be notified when I put up a new video of this. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all in the next adventure. Ride on.